Hello everybody, my name is Eli Robinson. I am the Chief Trivia Officer here at Water Cooler Trivia. We put together a weekly trivia game for you, your coworkers, your organization every week to stay connected, see what's going on around the world, see what people know, don't know, etc. And then we show up on Twitch and YouTube every week and talk about what happened in the game, what people got right, what people got wrong. You can always find us at watercoolertrivia.com. We have a 4-week free trial, no credit card, cancel anytime. You can also find me online, TikTok, LinkedIn, Chief Trivia Officer. Let's hang out. Would love to meet up. Let's jump into this week's game. So we had 5,314 users, our second most all time. Pretty awesome. An average of 7.83, lower than last week, but still pretty high. Any averages above 7.5 are going to be a little bit on the easier side as far as we're concerned. Median of 8 is interesting. Normally, when you have an average that high, there's a possibility that your median ends up being 9. However, as you can see in the distribution of scores here, we actually didn't have that many perfect scores. We just had like an extremely high number of 8 and 9s, and we can take a look why that's true. There were 2 questions that were particularly hard this week, and I think the likelihood that you knew both of them seems to be fairly low. So let's jump into the questions. Summer's almost gone. We had some good times, but they're gone. The winter's coming on. And yes, the Doors lyrics have suddenly become relevant once again as we come to the end of September. However, there were so many notable events from the past few months that we figured we'd pay homage to with this Summer in Review 2022. On June 30th, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson was sworn in as Justice Stephen Breyer's replacement on what 9-member judicial body? That would be the Supreme Court of the United States, 94% correct. Question 2, was this actually the craziest season ever? If you guys have ever seen the promos for the show, you see that all the time. Co-runners up on Clayton's season of the male-led sister show, Rachel and Gabby had 32 single men vying for their love on the 19th season of what reality competition show? That would be The Bachelorette, 83% correct. The vast majority of people who got it wrong put The Bachelor, but no, The Bachelor is when the males are in the lead. Question 3, before I even ask the question, just know that this is not the place to complain about travel horror stories. After flirting with a Frontier Airlines merger, what soul-sucking yellow-clad airline ultimately sold itself to JetBlue in July for almost $4 billion? That would be Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines, not my favorite airline, but I would have thought that would have been a little bit higher, but 83%. Bennifer 2.0 is officially official. After a broken early 2000s engagement, one of the last names of the 2 celebrities who finally tied the night in Vegas this July. So their last names are Affleck and Lopez. 2 points on this one. Number 1, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Aniston never dated. One of the few people that it seems that Ben Affleck didn't date. And number 2, there are a lot of rumors that Jennifer Lopez is going to change her last name to Affleck. So we had a lot of people being like, it's Affleck and Affleck, which we gave credit for. But ultimately, I believe she's still for now known as J-Lo. Question 5, now that's a spicy NBA player. In June, the Golden State Warriors won their 4th NBA championship since 2015 behind the finals MVP performance of not yellow, red, green, but rather Steph. That would be Steph Curry. As you know, for sports questions, we try to make them accessible to people who don't know that much about sports, so that's why the Curry joke was in there. 89% correct. The next question, don't phone this one in. While very few shows will ever reach the heights of Breaking Bad, this summer saw AMC conclude what spin-off starring Bob Odenkirk as a sleazy criminal defense attorney? That's Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul finished up. We gave a lot of answers that were Saul related. I just figured we'd be nice this week. Despite hand-rigging by the White House and stiff opposition by China, Taiwan welcomed a summer visit from an American delegation led by what current House Speaker? Nancy Pelosi, 95% correct. Pretty good for American civics. Very impressive. I guess she's a well-known person. Last question, abbreviated LHC. What is the 3-word name of the world's largest and highest energy particle collider located on the France-Switzerland border that began its 3rd run this summer after taking a 4-year hiatus for improvement upgrades? No pressure, but the first time around, it proved the existence of the God particle, the Higgs boson. That would be the Large Hadron Collider. So pretty hard. Yes, 47% correct. That was on purpose. Science and technology questions, as you guys know, can get a little nerdy. A few people mentioned that they knew this from the Big Bang, or Big Bang Theory. Sorry, that was pretty cool. Like, glad to see that CBS is, educating people. Going back to question number 6, 52 years after Paradise was originally paved to make way for a parking lot. Pave Paradise and put up a parking lot. The Brandy Carlisle and Friends set at the Newport Folk Festival welcomed the first public performance in 20 years from what folk legend? So only 45% correct. The answer is Joni Mitchell. There's a picture of Joni Mitchell from the 70s. She's not looking the same now, but kudos to her for showing up for the show. So the reason that this was quite interesting is a lot of people, when they have like these hard questions from history that they don't know the answer to, They just skip it. But we actually had a ton of people take guesses, which I really appreciate. Like tons of answers all over the map, which is great. Like it honestly makes us feel good. Like when people want to engage with the content, that makes us happy. But only 45% for Joni, which is a shame. She is a folk legend. Question number 8, if you watched at least 1 minute of TikTok this summer, you would have seen homemade dances of people all over the world feeling fussy, walking in their Balenciagas or whatever Lizzo sings. To what singer's 2022 song About Damn Time? Only 68% correct. So our quizmaster warned me. He said people don't know Lizzo. So we gave a category DNA divas. You know, I took a DNA test, turns out, but it didn't seem to help that much. The reason that it's okay that this question has as low of a percentage correct as it is that there seems to be a low coincidence with this and like trivia nerds. Like trivia nerds don't seem to spend a lot of time on TikTok or don't seem to know who Lizzo is. So the fact that like normally if it's 68%, it's more of like people who aren't that into trivia who get it wrong. But in this case, I think there was a little bit different. So we're really, really happy with this question, and sorry that more people don't know who Lizzo is. Question by question performance, you can see Joni here and the Hadron Collider there, and Lizzo being the only other one that was a little bit lower than we would have expected. Once again, average of 7.83, median of 8. My name is Eli Robinson, I'm Chief Trivia Officer here at Water Cooler Trivia. Thanks for stopping by this week, and we'll see you next week.